If I change, accept it because you're fucking worth it. Alrighty, what up y'all? Time for some motorcycle therapy. If you're not familiar with my channel, content page, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the hell I'm on, I'm nobody. Just a dude on a motorcycle, yapping. Not a psychologist, not a psychotherapist, not a psychiatrist. I just use motorcycle, birdies. Riding as a form of therapy. I know it's not real therapy, blah, blah, blah. I've talked about this before. It's just me venting. If you can relate, If you don't, you don't. So, let's talk about some stuff. People change, or they don't. Or somewhere in between. And I found that it doesn't matter, because you can't fucking make nobody happy, right? So, let's do, let's say myself, for instance. I am older. I've experienced more life. I've changed the way that I do things. For the most part, I've changed my approach to things. I've changed the way I accept things. I've changed the way I react to things, depending on what the thing is. Something huge, major, life-threatening, I'm probably gonna react the same way I would have reacted before. I'm gonna run, hide, duck, dive, dip, dodge, right? But if it's something that requires me to take longer to think or be more considerate, I've learned that I should do that due to my past failures. But the thing is, sometimes that doesn't work for people who haven't experienced you going through those failures, because it seems threatening or fake or unreal, or what are you doing that for? It seems like if you change on the fly, not over time, it seems disingenuous. Because they don't see you going through the process. They don't see you experience those things. They don't see you making those decisions in the past to lead you to here, so you can make those decisions faster. Say, for instance, my lady asked me to do something. I just do it. What is that? You asked me to do it. Were you just doing it because I asked you to? Yes. That's it. Because whatever you asked me to do isn't worth the fight, isn't worth me stressing over, isn't worth me thinking this will ruin the relationship, because it's that small or that innocuous that I'm like, I'll concede, I'll give on this, because who cares? It's for the greater good, means to an end. And it's because my past experiences led me to go, I'm not going to fight over this, I'm not going to argue over this, I'm not going to get upset over this. I will try to make the changes to make the better outcome for later, because you said it's going to make you happy. I'm doing it because you asked me to, not just to make you happy, because you want me to do it to make you happy. I'm doing it because you asked me to do it, and you asked me to do it means you cared. It means that I cared. It means eventually it's going to make you happy. Am I responsible for other people's happiness? Are they responsible for mine? No, the big overarching psychological thing is you can only make yourself happy. People aren't responsible for your happiness. They can fucking help. And I can also help to piss you off. So let's not act like we're not adults and contribute to someone else. Now, if she asked me, hey, you gotta stop riding your motorcycle. No, this relationship's over. This is something that's a core of me. This is something I enjoy doing. This is something I love. You're not going to take that away from me to exert power or just to have me not do it. Now, if I'm doing too much or gaming or not spending enough time, I understand that. But don't just do it to exert control, because that's fucking stupid. Same with my daughter. If I'm going out riding or if she's coming over to visit, I'm not going to ride my motorcycle that day, because she outweighs anything I'm doing that day. Anything. Friends, other family, anything. Daughter comes first to me. And I've had to make those changes. Well, I never had to make that change. They had to go to everything. Recitals, band, gymnastics, track meets, when she invites me. So I've never had to sacrifice on that tip, but I have had to adjust the way that I talk to her, because, like I said, I'm older, which means she's older. I don't talk to her like she's 4 anymore. I don't talk to her like she's 8 anymore. I don't talk to her like she's 12 or 16. See how y'all like how I went up by force? I talk to her like she's an 18-year-old young woman. And I can't even talk to her the way that I used to talk to her 4 or 5 months ago when she was just getting out of high school. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Your grades is crap. You can't get out of math class. Not 6 weeks ago, 3 to 4, 5 weeks after she graduated high school, she talking about she about to go be a loan officer assistant at a mortgage company. She texted me about quizzes that she taking about mortgage rates and interest, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You couldn't even barely do math when you was in school, and now all of a sudden you, and then I said it out loud, and I was talking to myself, and I was talking to some co-workers, because I was saying how proud I was of my daughter, and I realized I was doing the same shit to her that people do to me. She changed that quick, and my brain couldn't reconcile it, because I was like, ain't no way. There is fucking way. She put in the effort to change because this job was important to her. She wanted to learn new skills. She may or may not stay there, but in my eyes, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm proud of you. You did a 180 where I thought I was, adamant about you need to do this, you need to do that. She had a different motivation of her own to get this, Is she going to be the best at it? I don't know. All I know is she put in a shit ton of effort in this much time, and it changed my whole outlook, which is why I'm talking about it today. Now I got, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I got people who won't change. Let's go to professional settings, professional relationships. I'm a longtime military member, E8 Senior Master Sergeant, Senior NCO, one Pokemon left to go before I make Chief, if I make Chief. I have had to adjust over my career over the long run to meet and exceed the level at which I am at in order to either get the next level or to be respected by those around me or who I'm above in a leadership position. If I refused to change, I would not get promoted. I would not advance to the next level. I would not have troops. Or if I lucked up somehow, like the person I'm about to talk about, I would be viewed with jaded eyes because people will be looking at me like, how the hell did you get in that position? I got a senior NCO under me. Not gonna say male or female. They refuse to change their behavior, no matter how many times they've been warned, how many times I've done favors for them, the squadron's done favors for them, commander's done favors for them. And I'm like, why aren't you adjusting? You're not just a regular airman, you're not just a regular staff sergeant, you are a senior NCO, which means you got a chevron on the top going upwards. You are a master sergeant and above. You need to get over this. You need to adjust your behavior for the situations that are in front of you, the situations that are behind you now because people saw them, and you need to adjust them to your audience. Won't change. Won't put in the effort, and I have to deal with that now because you refuse to change. And some people enjoy the challenge of dealing with people who refuse to change. Now that boggles my mind because I think if you have a high willingness to change, it makes you seem weak in their eyes, not my eyes. What some of those people fail to see is my willingness to change is based on the level of respect in the relationship that I have with you. If you're just some rando off the street, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. But if you're somebody near and dear to my heart, yes, I'm going to initiate or at least consider the change with great thought and great care. Say, for instance, let's do analogies because I love analogies, right? You come try to change me, I give you the key to my heart. It's just like a hotel or not a hotel, apartment or a house. I give you my key. You come in and you go, ooh, this is nice. And you go, let me spruce this place up. This ain't been dusting off for a while. This ain't been taken care of. Let me get the fingerprints off of this. That's caring for me inside of my vulnerable place. If you go in and go, I don't like this, knock that down. I don't like this, knock that down. I don't like this is dumb. You're trying to change what's inside of me on a fundamental level. And I don't like that. When people give you the keys to the apartment, the house, their heart, they ain't worried about you doing something to improve it. They're worried about you going in and tearing their shit up. Their stuff not being safe around you. And my stuff is my heart, puppers, and my emotions. Don't go fucking up what's in my house if I give you a key. Same thing. So when I say people change, it's gradual. I might go in there and go, you know what, I need to clean this room. I need to deal with this. This is dusty. I need to fix this. Oh, it's time for a remodel. We need to update this. That's me making a change inside. You can come and go, hey, wouldn't it be better if this was this way? I could go, yeah, let me go ahead and change that. And then you go, well, why would you change that? Because you made a suggestion. I went along with it. I agreed that it would improve the situation. Let's do it. If you go, hey, I got a key to your house. I see your motorcycle parked in the garage. Let's go ahead and put that outside. I'm going to be like, hell motherfucking no. Get it? Some stuff, fundamentally, I will change because it's worth it. Some stuff I will not. And the kicker is, I make that known. Here's the syllabus. Here's the things I will change. Here's the things I won't change. Here's the things I'll consider, depending on what it will have an effect on the relationship, and depending on what our value is to each other. Because it's not just you, it's not just me, this is us. So, if I change, accept it, because you're fucking worth it. If I don't, and I say I'm working on it, I'm trying to reconcile in my head that I know you're worth it, but this thing has been worth so much to me before you, it's gonna be rough, but I'm trying. And you should see it because I'm trying, and I'm telling you I'm trying because I will say that. And if I don't change, or if I'm resistant to change, either there's something wrong with me, or I don't value you over the thing that I'm refusing to change. I'm going to hell. Saloon. I'm out.